Have you ever wondered how to use ChatGPT to write an SEO optimized article or an SEO article? I did too, and so I ultimately came up with this guide for you guys. Let's just jump straight in. So here we go. This is ChatGPT. I've written some prompts that we're just going to copy and paste in. The very important thing when you're writing with ChatGPT is not to just say, write me an article about dogs. That will produce you the most generic boilerplate article ever, and it's never going to rank. It's not going to look good, and we need to have more of a personality or an interest put into it. So the first thing we should do is tell ChatGPT about our particular blog. So here I've put, I'm writing an article for my blog, a haven for pet owners like me who adore their canine companions. Here I'm on a mission to provide other owners of a treasure trove of information and insights that cater to our shared passion for pets. Together we'll explore the latest trends, provide expert advice, and revel in heartwarming pet tales. Whether they're a seasoned pet parent or just starting their journey, my blog is here to assist them in offering our furry friends the best possible care, from grooming hacks to dietary wisdom, training tricks to heartwarming anecdotes. I've got you covered. The blog is ultimately monetized with adverts on page using AdSense. This means we don't need to try and sell anything or play favorites, and all our advice is true. I'm going to feed that into ChatGPT, and it's going to be like, I completely understand what you're doing now. I mean, this is going to provide a bunch of suggestions. We don't actually care about those suggestions. What we really want from this is we want an ICP. So that's an ideal customer persona. And what that means is we're trying to understand who we should be writing for really. So the prompt's really simple. Come up with an ideal customer persona for this blog. So this will do things like what age range they are, what gender they are, so predominantly female, it reckons. Of course, we can adjust this. I want you to match it to what your particular blog is that you're writing for. However, this normally gets a pretty good idea of what we should be doing. So again, people that come to our blog are probably looking for practical tips and hacks to make their pet care more manageable. That sounds completely legitimate. I mean, it's probably got a really good name that I'm looking forward to reading. Pet loving Patty, there we go. That's our our main aim, and age range of 30 to 45 years old. We could tweak this, of course. Like, don't just go for the first thing it writes. Pick something that does match what you're actually after. However, I'm happy with this. So the next thing we're going to say is we're going to write a new article for the blog. I want you to act as an SEO expert and think about the keyword how to groom my dog. So obviously this presumes you've done some keyword research before this. Turns out that how to groom my dog is the most important thing that I need to write next. It's going to ultimately show authority. And so we're going to run this through ChatGPT. It's going to come up with some stuff that says like, yeah, I understand. You should probably do this, that, and the other. I recommend you probably do this, that, and the other. But we're just going to straight away jump in with, I want an outline of an article. The good thing is that we've pre-prepped ChatGPT to know who our target market is. I can spell everything, that will help. And we've told it that we're trying to satisfy pet loving Patty. So when it creates this article, or when it creates this outline, it's not only going to be satisfying how to groom my dog, but it's going to be writing it how to groom my dog for pet loving Patty. So it knows that she's going to care maybe about using a towel and blow dryer more than if we're writing this as a focus for, say, vets. Vets are obviously going to be much more clinical in what they're doing, whereas we're going to be writing this in a way that satisfies a pet owner. Two completely different styles of article, but this is why you don't just enter, write me an article about how to clean my dog. It's very important that we prep it and tell it what we're trying to do. And from here, I'll just say, write the article, and it's just going to start filling it up with all the things that we might need. And that's a very simple way that you can write an SEO optimized article that will stand on its own feet as something that has an opinion, is well researched, or obviously if you're using ChatGPT 4 and you turn on the web pilot so that it can get extra things from the internet, that's a great thing to do. But I don't know how long this article is. I'd say it's not the longest, but it's still pretty good. Counter.net. So this is 723 words. That's actually not bad. That's pretty good. There's extra things that you can do though. So this title here, like this is 65 characters. So that's actually all right. One thing that I would tell you to do is search for the keywords that we're optimizing for, which was how to groom my dog, I think. So I would look at that. I would maybe take all of these titles here, and then I'd say, based on these titles, what do you think would be a good title that would rank within Google and compete against these? And then on top of this, you then need to go through it by hand. You need to add a bunch of images, make sure they're good images, make sure they got alt tags. You then want to make sure you've got a meta description. I mean, you can ask it for a meta description now. Can you write me an engaging SEO meta description to use with this article? And that will come up with something. That needs to be within, well, it needs to be around 155 characters long. You'll notice that quite a lot of the time, ChatGPT doesn't do that very well. No, 298, way too long. So there's extra things you need to do. You need to apply a bit of human brain on top of this. I hate reading Unlock the Secrets because it's so obviously ChatGPT. Or like in this article, it's again something that you don't particularly want. This has got a call to action though, which is nice. But you need to apply some logic on top of this. So don't just think that you can stick it all in and you're good to go. This will get you a very good start though. I didn't run this for an AI detector. Maybe I should quickly run this for an AI detector just to see how well it scores. But probably pretty good, to be fair, because we've prepped it. Because we've taken the time to not just say, write me an article. AI detector tools. Forget what the one is that everyone loves, but it's rubbish. I copy leaks, there we go. I hate AI detectors. I don't think they're needed at all. Stuff ranks without it. Let's see how well this comes up. Okay, it detects it as AI content. Not all of it though, interestingly, but don't worry about these. Unimportant. I was just curious. But yeah, so good thing is do this, prep it, make sure that it's aware of the style of content that you want to write. You don't just want to write any old thing. You want to write something that's suitable for your audience. Maybe ask it for a few more sections, ask it to flesh some stuff out, ask it what else it can add to the article to make it score better. But 700 words, not too bad. Like that will rank. But obviously, longer articles tend to rank better. Google says you don't need long articles, but from testing, everyone's found that longer articles tend to do better. I try and go in the range of 1,500 to 2,000. It's up to you. Obviously, look at what is ranking very well for the particular keyword you're trying to rank for. There's no point in you having a 5,000 word article if what's ranking top is only 200 words. You want to play by what everyone else is doing and what Google is showing you is the best. There we go. That was a quick guide on how to do it with ChatGPT. If you enjoyed the video, leave us a like, click subscribe, all those other good things that YouTube loves. And if not, I'll catch you in the next one.